This is Kavya from CAAPID Simplified, a second-year BDS student from AMC Dental College. Going to a different country after your graduation is a huge decision, and thus one has to consider all possible factors before making it. So let's get a pros and cons list for moving to the US after your BDS.
Alright, Nourah spoke in the last video about why US is compelling and why you should come to this country. However, I'm going to speak about why you should not come to the US, and there are a couple of reasons. These are not popularly discussed. Nevertheless, let me put them out to you. Obviously, the topmost concern for not coming to the US is this fear of visa. You are coming to a country almost like a slave, slaved by the visa system. And if the visa does not work for you, which is if you do not happen to get a work visa after you graduate from dental school in the first year, then you will have to return to India. If you complete the advanced standing program in the US, you only have 1 year called the OPT period to apply for a work visa. The work visa is called a H-1B visa. In this 1 year, out of 180,000 applicants, only 65,000 applicants get picked out of a lottery system. That means out of every 3 people applying, only one person's lottery gets picked and they get the work visa. In that 1 out of 3, if you do not happen to get a work visa, you will have to leave the country or look at other alternate opportunities to stay in the country. This is probably the biggest barrier that people fear coming to the US. While you might know that, let me talk about some lesser known points about why US is not so compelling. First is consumerism. Everybody who comes to the US starts spending a lot more. This is a consumerist country. It is not a savings-based country. In fact, if you take your money and put it in your bank in a savings deposit, you will only earn as less as 0.15%. Can you imagine? For comparison, in India, if you take your money, idle money, and put it in a savings bank account, you will get 4% interest. That means without doing anything, for every $100, you will earn $4 per year in India, whereas for every $100, you will earn 0.515 cents in the US. It's as bad as that. So low bank interest and very high consumerism. Everybody spends, naturally you will also spend a lot more. Another big factor you must have heard in recent times is this protest around Black Lives Matter. Racism is very true. And just as much as Americans are largely racist to people of other colors, especially blacks, they are in some parts racist to Indians as well. Especially in redneck states or red states, I've heard several stories of fellow dentists facing racism from patients and other practitioners. There's also some kind of a hatred towards immigrants, and if at all at some point of time you wish to change careers from dentistry and go into some other path, it would not be as easy in the US. I've heard dentists who become strategic consultants in pharma companies in India, but such kind of career diversity is pretty difficult in the US because they always judge you by your past. The last one I want to talk about is what I call X+1. Everybody who wants to leave the US and go back to their home country in X years always postpones that plan by X+1 years. And that X+1 never ends. So if your idea is to eventually go back and settle in your home country, you probably do not want to come to this country because it has its ways of keeping you back and taking you away from your home country. These are all the points I would love to share.